Morning, everybody. We're back. It's not Thursday, it is Wednesday. Casey and Jessica here with you. Today we are talking about supplements. We hear all the questions about supplements. There's a lot of confusion about supplements because there's a lot out there and there's a lot of different knowledge. So why wouldn't you have confusion? We even have confusion sometimes about all of this. So we're talking today about the quality of supplements, what to look out for, because not one are the same. And then we'll talk about what supplements we suggest for people with autoimmune disease. And these are just the basic supplements. These aren't getting nitty gritty into the weeds here and specializing. So before we do that, we just want to introduce ourselves for anybody that's new that's watching. And then we'll just get right into it. So I am Casey Kephart. I am a functional medicine nutritionist. I hold the 12-week course for women with autoimmune disease, and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Where the sun always shines.
Where the sun always shines.
Unlike Saskatchewan, actually, I have to admit, in Saskatchewan, which is where I'm from, we do get quite a lot of sunshine. The sun is shining today. It is really cold right now, but it's, getting closer to spring. So there is hope. The sun is rising sooner, so more daylight hours. I'm Jessica Melnick. I am the founder of the Anti-Arthritis Method, the host of the Happy Joints Arthritis Solutions Group, and I am a registered holistic nutritionist located in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. So for those of you who have not heard of that, try saying that fast a few times. So, well, we're talking supplements today. This is one we get asked all the time. So I'll let you start off, Casey, and just take it away.
Yeah. So I first just want to preface this with these are only suggestions. They are not telling you that you need to be on these. These have just been things that have worked for us. They have worked for our clients. These are usually things more likely than not that we recommend to our clients. If you feel like you need to talk to a healthcare practitioner before buying or getting on them, please do. Again, these are just suggestions and giving you basic knowledge about them so you can feel well equipped to get on your own supplement regimen. We do talk a lot about supplements in our programs too and recommend advice there. So if you have questions, we can lead you in the right direction or give you more information. So let's start off with quality. And we wanted to start off with quality before we got into the supplements because you're probably thinking like, oh, there's a probiotic on the shelf at Walmart. Let me just go grab that. It was a BOGO 2-for-1 or buy one, get one free. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that at all. So we want to just tell you that there's differences between the quality and the companies of supplements. So things to look out for. Well, first, let me get into what are the differences, right? It's kind of like comparing it to food quality. We all know that there's an organic and there's a conventional. It's kind of the same thing here, but it's a little more hazy and confusing with supplements. They just don't say organic on them. So differences would be like the potency. Sometimes what they say on the bottle isn't always what's in the pill. Fillers, so things that they inject or fill into the capsule or powder that are toxic to you. Toxins, if it's a synthetic supplement, that is a toxin to your body. And like I just said, ingredients not being actually in the supplement. So we'll get into how to know if you're getting these things or not. So Jessica, do you want to take that?
Yeah, it's really, really important to buy your supplements from a trusted source. So the laws in terms of supplement quality also vary widely from country to country. I know the States has a little more kind of leniency in terms of the marketing that can be used for supplements. And so you have to be more careful.
Go on.
What's that?
I said go us. That's not a good thing at all.
Go as?
Like go us. Like woo,
Oh.
US.
I'm like, what brand are you talking about, girl? Yeah, so unfortunately, in the land of the free, there is a lot of marketing freedoms that can be used that actually are not for the consumer's best interest. So you have to be very careful. In Canada, I wouldn't recommend buying supplements from like a drugstore typically. But we do have health food sections in certain grocery stores that are that carry really reputable brands. So you just have to be careful and know where you're buying from. So if you're going to a health food store that you trust, there's usually somebody there that can talk to you and help you pick out a good quality supplement, because they usually have people that are specifically trained and know their stuff when it comes to supplements that can guide you to get something that is really suitable for you. So yes, just being really careful of who you get them from, and you can get them from healthcare professionals like myself or Casey. We have access to companies and brands as well that just work with healthcare practitioners. We can guarantee that you're going to get something really good as well. So cheaper is not always better. That's not to say that you can't get a good deal on something that's decent at Costco once in a while, but you have to really be careful and look at the other ingredients on the bottle, because you don't want to, end up buying something like Casey was saying that has a bunch of fillers and stuff in it that you are probably going to be like possibly allergic to or sensitive to, or it's not going to maybe necessarily have as much of the active ingredient in the capsules as you would want it to as well, because there's fillers. So I'll let you speak to the CGMP certified, just because I know you're more familiar with that.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to say about fillers in the natural health food store, though, is fillers that we're talking about that might be in the other ingredients that you want to look out for are things like cornstarch, which is an inflammatory, maltodextrin, dextrose, which are artificial sugars, red dyes, blue dyes, yellow dyes. I'm trying to think of other ones on the bottle. I haven't looked at a nasty one in a while, but look out for those things. Those are inflammatories.
Yeah, and the same with I know you want to look for, certified like gluten-free, free of like XYZ. Like you want to look for specific things like allergens like soy, they'll say things like soy, dairy, because if it doesn't say that, that can possibly be that the capsule itself or something in the actual has, some of those like trace elements of allergens, like gluten, wheat, soy, dairy. So you just have to be really careful and look and ask a professional at the store if you're unsure.
Yeah, good points on that too. And in the US, I know it's kind of different in Canada, but for the healthy natural food stores, I haven't had much success going in there and getting quality information. And that just might be my biasm because I have a background in this and have worked in the supplement industry as well. But if you are going to go to those stores and you have no knowledge of like the supplements, what to look for, or the brands that you're looking for, I would ask either the manager or the owner of the store. I would not ask the person on the floor, because more than likely it's a college student who this is their part-time job, and they want to find you the magnesium on the shelf and not really talk about quality and things like that. So talk to the owner, talk to the manager more than the floor stock kid on the ground. Okay, so other things that you want to keep an eye out on the bottle is usually there'll be a sticker, a little emblem, something that will say CGMP certified. So this just means that they're third-party tested, and third-party testing means that they have gone to an unbiased company that tests other companies about the quality and sourcing of their supplement, of the active ingredients and other ingredients in there. So they really make sure that everything that they say is on the bottle is actually in the capsule. So you can trust that source, and you can trust that there are, they sourced it in a quality way. They're presenting on their bottle what's actually in there. So it's a little more trusted. I was just going to say John Wayne, but like John Schmo can start a supplement company and just tell you that there's 50 milligrams of magnesium in here when there's actually 2 milligrams in there. Like, at least in the US, you can. I don't know about Canada, Europe, things like that, but I'm speaking towards just how we function in the US. Talk to the company. So when I was in the supplement industry, oftentimes you'd reach out to the company and just say, hey, can I have your lab results of what was tested and what came out, blah, 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 to see the sourcing, to see the that they're actually saying what they're saying, I guess is a good way to put it. And if they don't show you those labs, if they don't show you the science behind it, if they don't show you what you're asking for, because it's public knowledge, that means they haven't done it, and that means that they have something to hide. So if you are very sensitive to ingredients you found out, if you are just trying to get a really high quality supplement and you like this research thing, reach out to the company. They should be more than happy to help you with everything and give you everything that you want to see. And if they don't, again, be skeptical about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
And sorry,
I'm done. Go ahead.
One thing I always tell my clients too, when it comes to supplements though, is that there is no magic supplement or magic pill that is going to, be the game changer for you alone. So I don't recommend using supplements and spending a lot of money on supplements unless you're going to adjust your diet at the same time as well in order to support your health, whether it's, managing your arthritis or managing another autoimmune condition, because it's just, you're not going to get the maximum effectiveness. You're not going to get the most benefit from the supplements if you are, still eating a diet that's not supportive of, managing your condition. So don't waste your money. That's one of the main things I say too.
Yeah, 100%. Another thing is if you're buying these low quality supplements, let's say from a drugstore, I don't know, are we allowed to say like names, like store names on here?
I'm
on the radio.
really not sure. I'm sure you could give an example.
Like Walmart or Kmart's are no longer a thing, or Target or Walgreens, CVS, those types of places. You're really just buying expensive urine, honestly, because one, they're synthetic, more than likely, I'm not going to say all, they're synthetic. So it's just putting toxins in your body. And two, the quality is so much lower and probably more inflammatory. So your body's just getting rid of it at that point. It takes what it needs and it kind of just, excretes it out. So do yourself a favor and buy a high quality one so your body wants to absorb it and use it and nourish your body with it. You're going to get way more for your money if you do buy a higher quality one.
Yeah, absolutely. So they might be more expensive, but you're going to actually get the benefits for them. So you're going to get what you pay for.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So starting with what supplements we should actually be taking, or not be taking, but what we suggest is good for an overall person with autoimmune disease or arthritis, a form of autoimmune arthritis. So probiotics, I recommend this to really the general population, whether you're healthy or you have an autoimmune disease or sick, whatever your ailment or non-ailment is. Just because back in the Paleolithic times, like our ancestors of ancestors of ancestors, when we used to hunt, gather, things like that, we had all of these natural probiotics in our foods because they weren't processed, they weren't pasteurized, they weren't heated. And throughout the times, things have changed. And now we're in this stage of, oh, well, if we eat or drink raw milk, it's going to get us sick. If we, have this live living food in our stomach or in our food, it's going to get us sick. So we process everything to save our economy, save our people, and it kills the bacteria. Heat kills bacteria, the probiotics. So I should probably have said probiotics are good, beneficial bacteria. So we need good bacteria in our body to balance out the bad bacteria in our body. And it's normal and healthy to have bad bacteria, but we need a healthy balance. And when we're sick, like with an autoimmune disease, our bad bacteria is up here, and our and our good bacteria is here. So doing probiotics helps even out that bacteria balance, and it helps heal the leaky gut. Remember, we talked about that permeability in the gut lining. We want that to be solid, and that's what the probiotics are doing. But it also balances out your immune system, i.e. autoimmune disease. It regulates your bowels and your moods, depression, anxiety, personality disorder, like whatever you're doing or have, I should say, not doing. Lower inflammation, and helps digest your food. So all of these things that I just mentioned, probably you have symptoms of it because you have an autoimmune disease. I know I have. So definitely find a probiotic. And that's education in itself too, because there's so many out there. So talk to somebody who's very knowledgeable about that. Don't just take any willy-nilly probiotic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And, continuing on with improving gut health, because of course, when we have an autoimmune condition, we have intestinal permeability or leaky gut, and we need to repair that so that our immune system can calm down and quit freaking out and attacking our body.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the things that is really effective in helping repair that gut lining is L-Glutamine. And so L-Glutamine usually just comes in a powdered form that you can dissolve in like room temperature water. And it is just an amino acid. So it's a protein that is very effective in helping repair the gut lining. And it also supports the growth of immune cells. It reduces intestinal inflammation, and it can also help with food sensitivity. So the less permeable of a gut we have, the less food sensitivities we tend to have. So, and that goes hand in hand usually with autoimmune conditions, is that we've developed all these food sensitivities over time. And that's part of why we're having this overactive immune response and the symptoms that we're having. So L-Glutamine is one of those really great supplements that helps repair things where they actually begin.
Mm-hmm. L-Glutamine is also in a lot of gut formula supplements as well. So taking it alone or taking it with other gut promoting supplements is good, like probiotics, like other things that I probably shouldn't mention right now. So the next thing would be digestive enzymes, again with gut repair, but it does so many other things as well. Digestive enzymes help you break down your food. They're enzymes. I'm sure we all took this in a basic science course and probably don't remember it, but digesting our food starts on our tongue, right when we put it in our mouth. And we all have salivary enzymes and other enzymes that just help break down food. As we get older, as we get sick, more stressed, the enzymes don't produce as much anymore, especially when you're getting older. So we need help. We need a little boost in our enzymes, and that's what digestive enzymes are for. So you can tell if you need digestive enzymes. One, if you have an autoimmune disease, please take it. But two, if you're burping after you're eating, or in the middle of when you're eating, if you feel like there's just things not rotting in your stomach, but it's kind of just sitting there, GERD, so acid reflux, heartburn, gas and bloating. So all of these things can be helped, probably not totally alleviated because there's other things going on, but digestive enzymes can help with this and make eating a more pleasurable experience for you. And yeah, that's it on digestive enzymes.
Yeah, they're amazing. Life
Yeah,
changer.
they are.
And maybe I'll touch on fish oil before we talk about magnesium, if that's okay. So fish oil is a huge one, and we want to take this because we need omega-3 fatty acids. Now, there's a difference between taking omega-3 fatty acids from a plant source like flax and taking it from fish oil. So fish oil is a different quality. It's different. It's a different type of omega-3, and it's extremely effective, and not only for brain health, but it's also very, very effective as an anti-inflammatory. So for arthritis and other inflammatory autoimmune conditions. So the therapeutic dose that is recommended, that's been clinically proven to reduce inflammation and pain, is about 3 to 5 grams per day. So it's a fair amount, but it works wonders. So I recommend that for all of my clients to take fish oil. We don't get enough omega-3 fatty acids. There's not a lot of sources out there. And nowadays too, we tend to get way too many omega-6 fatty acids, which is in a lot of vegetable oils, things like refined things like safflower oil, sunflower oil, canola oil, or I think in the States, you guys call it rapeseed oil. A lot of the different vegetable oils that are used in cooking and packaged foods are really high in omega-6 fatty acids. And we just get way too many of them nowadays. And when that ratio of omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids is like so far up in the omega-6, this can be very inflammatory. So that's another thing we teach, just a quick aside, in our programs, is the types of fats and oils that we want to avoid and which ones that are going to help us with inflammation. So fish oil, amazing.
Definitely. And it's really good for brain health too. So I have Lyme's disease, but with an autoimmune disease, you get brain fog as well. So the DHA in fish oils is really good for your brain health, say for things like MS, brain fog, Lyme's disease, the neurological bacteria from that. So fish oils does wonders for inflammation and brain health in general, and pain with arthritis, rheumatoid, things like that, which again is just inflammation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the next one would be magnesium. I'm sure we've all heard of magnesium. Maybe we just don't know what it is, or how freaking great magnesium is. So this does so many different things in the body, and it's probably one of the most important minerals that you should be taking, in my opinion. So nobody sue me over here.
I love magnesium too. As you saw, I have 2 huge jars in my cupboard. So amen, magnesium.
So there's different types. They're called rock salts. So magnesium chelate, magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, and they all do just different things and benefits for the body. So if you're wanting to know more, Dr. Google knows, but also Jessica and I know as well. So it's a part of over 300 different biochemical functions in the body, which just means it affects mainly our whole body. It controls inflammation. It alleviates pain. So if you have rheumatoid arthritis or osteo or leg cramps, muscle pains, magnesium can really help with that. It helps with insomnia and better sleep quality and blood pressure and blood sugar and migraines and nerve functions like numbing, if you have numbing going on, cramping from PMS, mood disorders like anxiety and depression, brain fog. Literally, it is, I hate saying magic pills, but it can help you towards your magic pill find journey. But when we're super stressed or when we work out too hard, magnesium is depleted from our body. Also, if you have blood sugar issues like diabetes, I think the stat out there now is like 90% of diabetics are deficient in magnesium. And we need that to help regulate and control our insulin production. So highly recommend you go out today, do your research first on quality, and buy some magnesium. And magnesium powder I really like just because it's absorbed easier with people with autoimmune disease, but feel free to take the capsules or tablets as well. I'm finding that the high quality one capsules or tablets are really big and it's like hard to get down. So I personally like the powder.
I love the powder too.
Yeah.
I take one that has a nice blend in it that's specifically made to help you sleep better. And
Mhm.
I absolutely love it. And it's, yeah, like you were saying, I also take it for like just muscle stiffness, from
Yeah.
exercising. It's like it helps so much.
Yeah. One thing I forgot to mention about that. So, depending on the magnesium that you get, it will or will not touch your bowels, meaning some of them will make you run to the bathroom, which is good if you're constipated and you just need to go. It's not good if you already have regular bowels or already have diarrhea. So, the citrate, magnesium citrate, is going to touch your bowels, meaning if you're constipated, this is what you want to take. You just need to find a dose where you're not running to the bathroom, but you'll find a dose to where it's easier to go to the bathroom each day.
Yes.
Magnesium glycinate will not touch your bowels, and this is great for inflammatories, brain health, all of that. Same with the citrate, but just know the difference between what will touch your bowels and what will not, because we don't want you ever shitting your pants, for a lack of a better word. That is not what we're
Yes.
recommending here.
And good tip, if you are constipated, take magnesium. Take a good dose of it before you go to bed, like an hour before you go to bed, and you will be so much better in the morning.
Good to know. You won't shit your pants in the middle of the
Yeah,
night.
don't take it in the morning and then go to work right after, or at least not a large dose, anyways.
Uh,
All right. So I think the last one we're going to touch on is a multivitamin and multimineral tablet. So I apologize. My notes are just about to disappear on me because I need to sign back in, but I'm going to do my best here from what I know. So I always recommend a multivitamin, multimineral supplement with my clients because when we have a compromised gut system, we're often not absorbing as many nutrients from our food as we would if our gut was doing better. So we need to be able to kind of have, I call it like an insurance backup. It's this backup plan with minerals that maybe we're not getting from our foods so that it can give us that extra boost that we need. Especially if, I find most of my clients, have a lot of stress in their lives. And usually autoimmune conditions kind of come about and are triggered by stressful events. So, and stressful events can also lead to nutrient deficiencies as well. And there's also a lot of different nutrient deficiencies that can be found within arthritis and other autoimmune conditions. So it's just a good insurance policy for nutrition, but it's not a substitute for healthy eating. So you still have to eat all healthy foods, but this is just an added bonus. So one of the things I do really recommend as well is a B complex vitamin. So if it's not included already in the multivitamin, multimineral tablet, I recommend B complex vitamins because they are amazing for helping our body adapt to stress. And when we are under stress, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, our body uses up a lot of B vitamins and we need to replenish them. And so if we're not getting enough from our food, we need to replenish with that supplement. And it's really great for energy as well to have that B complex vitamin. So I always say take them in the daytime, don't take them before bed because they can actually interfere with your ability to sleep.
yeah. One thing that I just thought of that is not in our notes, but with a multi and with a lot of other supplements, I often recommend slash suggest taking a high dose of it just because we don't absorb as much as we would like to, but also the daily values or the recommended daily values were tested on rats and what rats need to thrive. We are not rats.
No.
We have a higher threshold and need for more of these vitamins, minerals, herbs, things like that. So oftentimes, like on the label, we do 5 times above it. So just know that you're okay if you take a little more of something. You're not going to get toxic overload by it. And that's just another caveat to the US and probably Canada system of our research on supplements and body needs. But I digress and won't get so much into that.
Yeah, no, and in my as a registered holistic nutritionist, I'm actually not allowed to recommend anything over and above what is recommended on the bottle. But Casey, you can. And so just take that to heart. If you have any concerns about taking more than what is on the label, then yeah, talk to your healthcare practitioner that you're working with, and just to make sure that it's not going to interfere with any medication that you might be already taking, and that it is safe for you to do. It often is, but just to make absolute sure if you think it could have any interactions like that. But yes, that is true. Like, for example, I take a lot more magnesium than the bottle says, and
you need to with autoimmune disease.
Yeah, and my doctor has told me that's very safe. So there's certain things that are very safe.
Yeah, we're talking about like functional medicine, holistic doctors. We're not talking about conventional medicine conventional medicine doctors, just because they'll probably tell you you don't need to take this prescription, or they have no idea about it. So talk to somebody who is knowledgeable in it and can give you solid advice on it.
Yeah, a naturopathic doctor too will be able to tell you like how much you can take. Like, for example, vitamin D, the recommended diet or
400 IUs.
Yeah, it's like nothing. And like sometimes like my naturopath would be like, no, like take 5,000. Depending on where you live, and they can check you for deficiencies and things that that you might have that you're not unaware of.
Yep, exactly. So feel free to talk to your functional medicine doctor, holistic doctor, any doctor that you feel comfortable and safe with about all of this. Again, these are just suggestions. They're here to just educate you. And put any comments, questions that you have below in the comments. And we look forward to talking more about supplements with you if you have those questions.
Yeah, and just one quick add. If you are looking for a reputable supplement brands, Casey and I both have access to a very reputable company that carries excellent brands, and we can also set you up with your own account that you can order from, and so that you can know that you're going to get a good quality supplement. So feel free to reach out to us too if you would like help with that as well.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. All right, we are back next Tuesday again. And we'll talk to you then. Have a good week and weekend.
Take care, guys.
Bye.